Hey everyone, it's September 26th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share with mass murderer Ronald DeFeo Jr., perpetrator of the real Amityville Horror when he killed 6 members of his own family. And that is him right up there. Born in Brooklyn in 1951, DeFeo was raised in a strict household with a very demanding father. As DeFeo grew up, he became a physically imposing figure, frequently fighting with his father. He was sent to a psychiatrist for help with his anger issues, but he felt he didn't need any and ignored the suggestions of his therapist. In order to keep the peace, his parents began to indulge his wishes, giving him money anytime he asked. By the age of 17, he had been kicked out of school and developed a drug habit, using both heroin and LSD. His father brought DeFeo in to work with him at a car dealer, hoping the stability would help calm him down. At around the same time, the family moved to a home in Amityville on Long Island. DeFeo began to have trouble at work, stealing from the dealership, and when he was entrusted with depositing money into the bank, he was robbed on the way, and the police suspected that he had in fact kept the money and made up a story about a gunman attacking him at a red light. When asked to look at mugshots of possible suspects, he refused, causing his father to express his suspicions that he had stolen the money, saying, "You've got the devil on your back." DeFeo responded, "You fat prick, I'll kill you," before jumping in his car and speeding off. Just a few days later, he did exactly that. The entire family had gone to bed when DeFeo grabbed a rifle from his closet, then crept to the door of his parents' room. He pointed the gun inside and squeezed the trigger, shooting his father in the back twice, then his mother twice in her torso. The two were unable to move and quickly bled to death. He walked down the hall to the room his brothers shared and shot the 7 and 12-year-old boys, the bullets tearing through their internal organs, killing them. In the room shared by his sisters, he shot his oldest sister in the face as she sat up, then shot the younger sister in the head, killing them both instantly. DeFeo showered, trimmed his beard, and dressed in work clothes, then tossed the gun and his bloody clothes in his car and drove to Brooklyn, where he dumped them in a storm drain. He reported to work at 6 a.m. as if nothing had happened. Calling home, he expressed surprise that no one was answering. At noon, he headed to his girlfriend's house and hung out with his friends doing heroin, pretending to be concerned about not being able to contact his family. He eventually went to a local bar, running in and screaming that his family had been shot in their home. Patrons headed out to the house and saw the results of his rampage and called the police. DeFeo's story quickly unraveled under investigation, and he finally relented and confessed to what he had done. At trial, he claimed that he had killed his family in self-defense, which was rejected by the jury who convicted him of murder. DeFeo was sentenced to life in prison, where he had new stories as to what happened, alternately claiming his sister murdered the family or that he had heard demonic voices. These murders were dramatized into multiple horror films that imply demonic possession was at fault, when the truth is much simpler and more horrifying. A troubled young man murders his whole family because he had easy access to weapons and his psychiatric issues went untreated. DeFeo died behind bars in March of 2021. If this is your birthday, have a great day. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video. And to Ronald DeFeo Jr., happy birthday, you